Good morning and welcome to your daily morning horoscope for Thursday, 9th October 2025, Aries. A social event involving business associates and friends could bring fresh ideas your way, pushing you in a new direction. Your material and spiritual gifts might be under discussion and open your eyes to previously unnoticed opportunities. Communication is clearer than usual and this may prove beneficial. Increased understanding brings you closer to others, so please be wary. Taurus. You're likely feeling alert, strong, and full of energy and stamina. Your sense of adventure is high, and you may be exploring the possibility of an interesting vacation, rafting, backpacking, or some other adventure. This is a good idea. This trend in your physical condition should continue for a while. Get some travel brochures and please look into it. Gemini. Intimate relationships gather steam as increased involvement in each other's life brings you closer. Relationships grow through enhanced communication and shared dreams, goals, and ideas, not to mention physical passion. You should feel strong and confident today, especially as your material success continues. Travel, a new car, and a few luxury items might be on your agenda as well. Cancer. Happiness reigns in the home as your household continues to experience success. Someone new may come to visit. Expect a lot of comings and goings, plus an impromptu party or two. Meditation and contemplation could provide inspiration for new projects, and you might spend some time writing down ideas and brainstorming ways to approach them. So please take note. Leo. A lot of interesting letters and calls could come your way today or might be a business to transact, perhaps involving paperwork, and spend a lot of time out of the community running errands. Group activities could also take place in your neighborhood, bringing you and your friends closer together. The only caution is that you shouldn't try to do too much. Virgo. You're likely to be doing so well financially that you might be a little complacent. With all the hard work you've been doing, you might feel that you deserve some rewards and decide to go shopping. Don't throw caution to the winds. You're doing well, but you don't want your house cluttered with items that you don't need or want. Libra. Your energy and enthusiasm are elevated as you approach yet a higher level of accomplishment. This could inspire you to channel most of your energy into more work and climb yet higher. You might even be thinking of terms expanding all your horizons, professional, intellectual, and spiritual. Travel could also be in the offings, so consider your options carefully. There might be too many choices, so please be careful. Scorpio. Today you might experience a bit of restlessness, perhaps because you feel there's something you ought to be doing but you aren't sure as yet. Your mind is sharp, intuitive, and logical, but too many options could be on the horizon. You might find it difficult to choose among them. Once you decide, you'll charge ahead and make a success of whatever you try. Sagittarius. You might consider entering a business partnership of some kind with some friends. This is a good time because your communication is especially good. Details of each other's personal role can be worked out clearly. Though it's admittedly going to take some effort, success is indicated for just about any goal you set. Capricorn. Have you been working toward public acknowledgement of some sort? If so, you may receive it today. You might have been working hard and produced results that aren't likely to go unnoticed. Expect some compliments, a lot of praise, and maybe even the moment of fame. Needless to say, this is going to give you self-confidence, and you will receive a boost. Aquarius. All should be going well for you, love, money, and career. Still, you seek other goals, and today you might be thinking of educational, intellectual, and spiritual matters that you've always wanted to pursue. Don't be surprised if you're preoccupied with trying to sort it all out. Don't feel the need that you have to rush to make a decision. Give it some time, and everything will be fine. Pisces. Today you might decide to do some intense research regarding economic, stock, or land investments and see how it applies to your current financial situation. You've been doing well and should continue doing so. You'll want to find ways to make your money grow. Books, magazines, and newspapers could help your quest. Don't forget to consult a professional on these matters as well. This has been your daily morning horoscope for Thursday, 9th October 2025. Do have yourself a great, blessed, and wonderful day.
Good morning, guys. How you doing? Welcome to the DBS Morning Show. Maureen here. Let's go on over to our news department. You already know the drill. Let's see what we're working with. We'll be back.
Good morning. Time now for the news with me, Timothy Polio. In response to a rising tide of road fatalities, St. Lucia yesterday launched a 6-week socially inclusive and gender-responsive road safety awareness campaign, aiming to change dangerous driving behaviors and save lives, particularly among young men, the island's most productive demographic.
Between the years 2002 and 2015, some 352 fatal crashes occurred. 271 male victims, 81 female victims. Young men, 18 to 35, disproportionately represented. Behind every number is a son, a father, a brother, a friend, gone too soon. Road crashes remain a leading cause of death for St. Lucia, aged 15 to 49, our most productive demographic.
The campaign involves billboards and animation by Ted Sandiford, merchandise like wristbands, and a jingle sung by popular soca artist Ricky T. In addition, track star Julian Alfred, Ricky T, and content creator Alentha Arthur are road safety champions for the campaign. They will be utilizing their platforms to encourage safe road habits and practices. A developing system in the eastern Atlantic is drawing close attention as the Meteorological Service monitors Tropical Storm Jerry, located several hundred miles east of St. Lucia. The storm is strengthening steadily and is expected to become a hurricane by the weekend, prompting forecasters to urge residents to stay alert as the Atlantic hurricane season reaches its peak.
Maximum sustained winds have increased to near 60 miles per hour on 95 kilometers per hour with higher gusts. Gradual strengthening is expected during the next few days, and Jerry could become a hurricane by the weekend. Although we are not expecting any direct impact from the system, the high surf from the wind waves are going to impact us from early tomorrow, and we should expect to get some showers and thunderstorms from the rain bands from Jerry.
Residents, particularly those in low-lying coastal or flood-prone areas, are being advised to exercise caution over the next several days. The center of Jerry is expected to pass near the Leeward Islands by this evening, bringing bands of heavy rain and isolated thunderstorms to the region. Sea bathers and small craft operators are strongly urged to avoid the waters from this morning due to rough seas and strong winds. Frederick reminded citizens to continue following trusted weather updates as the Atlantic hurricane season approaches its most active phase. We continue the broadcast with news that is a hometown product with a national vision. On Tuesday's edition of the Chill and Chat TV show, endorsed SLP candidate for Babonneau, John Paul Estefan, shared his journey from humble beginnings in Debarra to the forefront of community leadership.
I did my first degree in computer science and mathematics, but my master's degree was in education. More or less like looking at integration of technology in education. My thesis at the time was looking at professional development of teachers in the primary school setting. So, well, notwithstanding the struggle at the beginning, I feel in terms of the success, I'm a success story. I'm the product of the Debarra School, and there are many others like me.
Estefan did not just talk politics, he laid out a plan to unlock the potential of his constituents, focusing on the youth, sports and agriculture to build a brighter future for Babonneau. Plans for a major new town centre in Leclerc have sparked debate in Castries North after Infrastructure Minister and MP for the area, Stephenson King, announced that an African investor would transform the area into an economic hub linking Castries and Grosseille. While the development promises new business opportunities, United Workers' Party candidate Stephen Favrier raises concerns over the future of former residents of old CDC buildings and calls for greater public consultation before the project moves forward.
He disclosed as well that he intends to designate the area as a special economic zone. And whilst that may be good for some areas, it does have deep implications about how land is used, how the people who have informal businesses here, how they'll be treated. people who have certain connections with these lands, how they would maintain access to the lands that these in this area.
Favre is calling on Mr. King to have better public consultation with community members and those who will be impacted. That's the news. Thank you so much for watching. Join us at noon for our next News Major, the Lunchtime Report. I'm Timothy Polio. Good morning.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a break. We'll be back. Again, we caught up with Diane. Actually, the Donation Foundation continuing to make strides, and obviously they are covering new grounds as well. They've just etched in a new partnership with the University of Pennsylvania, I believe, and we had the privilege of catching up with Diane and two of the reps from the university. What do you know? I'm joined by Diane, our good friend Diane from the Donation Foundation, and we've got a wonderful other young lady who has joined in with us this morning, Laura. Laura, welcome. We are happy to connect with you. Diane, we know the drill. We're talking, anytime we connect, we're talking volunteerism, we're talking donation, we're talking about the continued evolvement of the foundation. And this is just another tier in that direction again. This two persons that we see here is formulated a partnership, all in the effort and the aim of enhancing the work and the plans of the foundation. So you want to start off things for us, Diane?
Yes, it's another great milestone for us at Donation Foundation, where we have partnered with the PIIC University, and they will be helping us when it comes to capacity building and how we can make even a greater difference in the lives of the people of St. Lucia.
Wow. Okay. All right. So we've got the foundation of what that our partnership is all about. Now, Laura, you are a senior consultant with the university. Expand a little bit on what the university is all about, the mandate, and why is that partnership necessary, or how it is that you plan to use that partnership to enhance the donation and also your institution.
Of course, yeah. Both me and Prabhav, my co-senior consultant, we are currently sophomores at the University of Pennsylvania. We're studying finance at Wharton, and we are part of this organization called Peak. And what we do is we essentially search for smaller NGOs that perhaps don't have the funds to hire full-time consultants. And we craft a team of about 7 to 8 different people from the university as well. And then we aid them in whatever they need to do. For donation, it is specifically relating to capacity building, specifically relating to creating this new social enterprise to allow them to build funds, and also relating to helping people become sort of more agent within the community of St. Lucia. So that is really what we're trying to do. And it's been amazing so far. We're very excited to get started on all of the work.
I'm just going to go on and scoop on over to your partner for a bit. Welcome. Tell us a little bit about some of the past initiative that you've undertaken, and how successful it was, and what the Donation Foundation and the people of St. Lucia can look forward to partnering with you guys.
Of course. So I'm Prabhav. I'm also a senior consultant for Peak with Laura. Essentially, our last initiative that me and Laura both worked on this past summer was in Morocco for the team High Atlas. The High Atlas Foundation was an NGO based out of Marrakesh that was doing multiple initiatives that were very similar to some of the initiatives that we see here in Donation, kind of helping with gender equality, empowerment workshops, etc. We helped facilitate these, make investor-facing materials, etc. And then we went and did field engagement in which we gauged what the actual problems look like and what the future of the organizational work looked like for the NGO in Morocco, and then how we can build a plan from there for the next 3 to 5 years to make a sustainable development. So essentially, that's what we're looking to bring to St. Lucia as well, with Donation, to kind of look to help in this 10-month engagement, but also to find a sustainable impact that can continue for years.
Okay. What about donation? That stood out to you guys because obviously you're exposed to a lot of NGOs and a lot of persons might be vying for that, that attention. So what about donation? What was that defining thing about donation that made you guys decide this is who we're gonna go with? We're definitely gonna go with them.
I think the central aspect of donation to St. Lucia, how important donation is as an NGO to St. Lucia's operations as an island, and how it's how prominent the NGO is in the space of NGOs within the island. When we're looking at different NGOs across different countries, the impact that a single NGO has is kind of dependent upon how the others are doing. There's a network of NGOs that are usually operating, and here in St. Lucia, it seems that donation has a more powerful role as one of the few NGOs that are actually creating an impact. So it was kind of like the central aspect of donation in St. Lucia that dragged us towards the partnership.
Wonderful. Now, Diane, we definitely just needed to touch base so we could establish that this actually is about to happen. This is not going to be our last conversation. We plan and intend to continue to follow up as the partnership continues to unfold and unveil. But in wrapping, Diane, anything? I mean, obviously, this is definitely a new step in the right direction for donation as well. It's definitely solidifying its position, like a gentleman right here has just indicated. You stood out, as a foundation. So that must be a very, very welcoming set of, things to the air, music to the air, like they normally say. And we look forward to what's to come. Anything you want to just throw out there before we wrap up again, Diane?
Yes. To Peak, I want to say thank you so much for coming on board with Donation Foundation. And to the people of St. Lucia, our volunteers, our members, just look forward to, the great work that will be done and, of course, the opportunities that will be created. And we really look forward to everyone coming on board collectively so that we could continue the impact that we already have in St. Lucia.
Now, that being said, Diane, like I said, we'll continue to follow up as the movement continues. Gentlemen, lady, thank you very much. And again, thank you guys. Diane.
Thank you.
Thank you. We do our thing around here. The season is upon us. Manje La Caye is definitely on, and we have a new host. We got a few things that we want to share with you, so we had to pull Jaden in just briefly. Our time again. Obviously, we've got to make time for ourselves. We can't pour into everyone else and don't pour back into ourselves. So we're getting set for our Manje La Caye.
Manje La Caye.
Remember the first time I hosted this? Boy, Jaden will tell you. We had a wonderful time trying to get me to pronounce it properly.
Marine had a ball, Marine had a struggle, Marine had it all. But we made it work, all right?
Absolutely. Jaden, we're back again. It's Jaden, guys. And we've got to talk about Manje La Caye because it's certainly become, our cooking shows on DBS has certainly become some really, really hit factors. And persons are gearing up. They're looking forward to it. So we don't want to make them too uneasy. We don't want to raise your anxiousness. We want to let you know that, yes, you can rest assured, it's on again. And Jaden here have all the info.
Let me tell you, from probably about August, like as soon as watch and weigh rounds up, people already messaging the WhatsApp, messaging the Facebook. People see us in the streets, those who know us, personally, working DBS and so on. Okay, cooking show is on. What's happening? My pan ready. I'm waiting in the kitchen. What y'all doing? It's there. But Manje La Caye is back, ladies and gentlemen. We did have our first episode airing last Sunday. And of course, every Sunday throughout the month of October, we will be having Manje La Caye. So those of you who are home on a Sunday at 8 p.m., okay, you come from the beach, you will relax, the family is there, sit down, or rather stand up, whatever you choose to do in your kitchen, all right? Have the TV on loud, listen up, okay, and learn some recipes, learn some Creole traditions, learn about the heritage and the culture, etc. Manje La Caye is on once again.
Right, now talk to me. We have a new host, innit?
Oh yes,
Oh
we do
yes,
actually.
of
Oh yes, we
course.
do
We'd like to
actually.
welcome.
Of course. So we do have Serena on board this year. Of course, I mean she's a bit new as to the the aspect of television and so on, but she's doing a fantastic, phenomenal job, I must say. Of course,
Right,
and
wonderful.
let me tell you, this year, of course, every year we try to improve the productions we do. We try to bring more and different elements and so forth. So we do have some very interesting chefs. I can say actually this Sunday's episode is gonna be very, very interesting and very much to the home of St. Lucia. So, of course, you guys want to stick around for that. Of course, Sunday at 8 p.m. I'm reminding you again. And if you do miss the 8 p.m. because somehow you were doing something on a Sunday at 8 p.m.
It stays on our platform, innit?
Of course, of
Yeah.
course, of
Wonderful.
course.
Now, how many shows in all do we have? Is four for the month?
It's about 4, maybe 5, but that
Oh.
one is a.
Yeah.
You know DBS, we always have surprises, all right? We always have
Absolutely.
surprises, but of course, it's for sure 4 shows, maybe 5, because we are trying to include as many. I mean, we can only include so many chefs at a time. We want to feature everybody as much as possible. I do want to say to all the chefs out there though, because we're not just looking at just professional cooking chefs. We're trying to bring across the home cooking aspect. So creating recipes that is for this one, Manje La Caye, very much to the traditional Creole, but also we're looking at recipes that can be easy enough that you, who may have no cooking experience, can actually practice and create yourselves. All
And
right.
DBS has defined its role in that regard as well. I mean, the fact that we have that new host on board, and she, of course, DBS likes to find a new talent and give them a platform to be able to hone their skills. So
Always.
yeah, that applies for you, the chefs, as well.
Always. Of
Okay,
course.
well, Jaden, we on. I just had to make sure everybody understand what's going on. Maybe
Of
more for
course.
me than anything else, but certainly. But we know, so y'all don't. But Jaden, when you're doing thing, but to me, we didn't bring us on the thing. That is why I really, really trying to figure out. The sampling of the food, man. You know, this is my favorite part.
but
To know,
I
or
mean,
it just lock me off completely.
I mean, you
Tell
know,
me when we're doing the thing.
I mean, I mean, you could always pull through. You guys can pull through
Yeah,
too.
we
You know,
wanna
if you
come.
want to come along and
We have to
enjoy,
come,
we
because
can.
that's a highlight for
At
me.
this point, we can probably we should probably incorporate a live audience aspect. Who knows? Here at DBS, we
Absolutely.
don't limit ourselves to
Absolutely.
anything whatsoever, and we try to incorporate as much of you, the family, as possible. Do of course know that Manje Noel is also coming up
yes,
right
yes,
after.
yes, right after.
So stick around for that. And of course, after that, I plug in everything right now. Right? Of course, there's Jingle
Let's
DBS's bells coming up as well.
Gosh, yes,
So
boy.
people,
Boy, I can't wait to see my outfit this.
y'all know year round we're doing stuff here. We're always
Right.
busy, always up and about to entertain you guys as much as possible. All right.
Wonderful.
So of course, yeah.
And what do you think, Jaden? Finally, what do you think about a live audience? Let us know. You send us a
Please,
WhatsApp.
please. Our WhatsApp, comment below. Do what you gotta do. Reach us. All right. You know how to find us.
Absolutely. All right, thanks, Jay. All
course,
right, we're
much
going
love.
on the next cooking show. I just got one name. I'm gonna put it out there and I'll just allow you to see the conversation. The name Denver, Alphonse, and cycling. Well, I happened to jump online and I see this young man making a lot of stride. And I say I have to follow up. So I made a few calls and finally I got the link to connect with him. The name is Denver Alphonse. And Denver Alphonse has been cycling. And he's just returning, actually, from some tournaments and some competition abroad.
Yes, returning from World Championships. The race was held in Kigali, Rwanda, Africa.
Oh my God! You see, but listen, when did you start doing this? Alternative sports, yeah.
I started the sport in 2022, and then from there, I just continued my training, followed up, and then rose to a high level, and then
Come
yeah.
on now, talk to me. Now, how they discover you? You knew that was something that you could have got involved with at that level? Or you're just riding bike in the neighborhood being miserable?
No, it was no, it was never a planned thing. As you said, I was just riding bike in the neighborhood with my friends, and then I heard that there was a racing program in St. Lucia, and then I got in contact with Mr. Mangal, and then I continued the journey from there.
Wow.
Yes.
No. This is unique and this is big and it's huge. Just break it down for some of our viewers, some of the tournaments that you have engaged in to date.
For this year?
For this year or since you started?
Okay, for this year, I participated in Caribbean Championships, which was in Barbados, Le Tour de ABTB, which was in Canada, and La Botif Memorial Race in Martinique.
Oh, come on now.
Yeah.
And you just come from where you come from?
Africa.
Africa.
Yeah.
Now, come on now. Let's talk about what is now that you're engaged in that level. What is your perspective on the whole sport? Being engaged at such levels, you know, you must be thinking now, how long again you have in this? What are some of the plans you have for yourself moving forward now that you're understanding the sport as a fertile one?
after the experience of world champs and riding on a world tour level against everybody in the world, I'm seeing that I have to up my game and train to reach to that level. And hopefully in the next 3 years, I see myself on a professional cycling team.
And you're very young. You're just 18. So you have a lot of time to do so.
Yes.
Oh my God. What now for other students, because this is an alternative sport. This is not the usual track and football, and this is something totally on another side of things. So what would you say to other young persons who may have a passion for riding? Should they get involved? Is this fruitful enough? What is your thought? What would you say to young people? Is this an avenue?
Well, I wouldn't say it's an avenue, because doing this sport is not just having fun and just riding the bike. You must have discipline as well. If you don't have the discipline, this sport is not for you.
Absolutely.
You must have absolute dedication to it all the time, 100%.
Right.
Yeah.
I like that you said that, because it's one thing to have a passion, but when you realize that that passion could turn into something else, you've got to discipline and settle yourself down and put heart and vigor into it. How can we follow you? What are we looking at here? What's next on the agenda?
Well, right now it's the end of the season for me, so I'm on my off season, taking a break, time to recover, and then month end October into November. That's when I start back again to restart my season.
Time?
Yeah, I don't have much time.
But what do you do in that downtime?
No, just relax. Go out with my friends and just basically recover.
Well, we'll be happy. How can we follow you? Are you on social?
Yes, I'm on social.
Where can we find you?
You can find me on Facebook, Instagram. Yeah.
What are we looking for?
On Instagram.
On Instagram or Facebook?
On Instagram it's Aero All Star. Aero All Star.
How are you spelling it?
Aero.
Aero. Oh,
yeah,
Aero
Aero.
All-Star.
Yeah, as in
Right.
aerodynamics
Yes.
of the bike. Yeah.
Right.
AeroAllstar.
Right.
Yeah.
And is it the same on Facebook?
Yeah, same on
Oh,
Facebook.
wonderful. Well, gentlemen, we are happy that we were able to connect with you. And I'm even more excited that we caught you when you were getting off one of your big tours, one of your big tournaments, so we could capture that excitement with you. But we want to wish you the best moving forward. And hopefully this is not going to be the last time we get to feature you here on the morning show.
Definitely not. You
Stay
will see me
close to
very
us.
soon. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Congratulations again. Come on, bring it in. I love this young man. Thank you. Well, there you go. That's our show for today, Thursday. Definitely had a wonderful time being here and representing for you to wake up on the right note in the morning. Well, I want to leave you with a little something. They said, like, if a flower was to bloom out of season, would you refer to it as a failure or a miracle? Ponder upon that a little bit. And whilst you're at it, be kind to your own timing. Have an awesome day. We'll see you again tomorrow.